Hey everyone, it's Chris, and today I'm gonna share a haul. Here I'm now on the table, and here is a bag from Art Bar here in Baguio City, and here are a few of the art supplies that I picked up recently. By recently, I mean probably not more than 10 hours ago. So here it is in all its 2,700 peso worth of glory. And as you can see, I did not have the patience and I swatched a few of them already while I was in the cab. I'm sorry for opening before you guys get to see, but yeah. It's a lot of mixed media and some things that just something that will be used for my learning in drawing. So yeah, let's take a look at these items one by one. First thing that I've bought is a starter pack of the Canson Mi-Teintes, which is good for pastels and color pencils. And this is in the shade. It did not state what color this is, but yeah, it's one color that I want to try first because this is my first time to draw on tinted surfaces. Because I usually work on either extra white or the lightest of yellowing colored papers. But yeah, it's my first time to work with tinted papers, and I want to ease my way into it, so I chose this cream color. And yeah, alrighty. So the next item that I'm gonna show is this figure. I don't know what you call this, a doll, a figure, and this one cost me 215 pesos. This is a male figure, which yeah, I finangled and played with this a while ago while I was waiting for a friend in the mall, and the joints articulate pretty well. Um, but I think me and my friends toyed around with the articulation too much of the joints that I think we twisted some of the parts to directions where it isn't supposed to go. So I'll have that sorted, and maybe later tonight I'm gonna use this as my reference for some figure drawings. Yeah, pretty nice find actually. So I'm gonna place him here on my desk so that I won't forget figure guy. Now, to more exciting things. I bought several drawing mediums. You have here now my Crayola Colors of the World, which finally Art Bar here in Baguio City have stocked. I bought two of the Pitt pens from Faber-Castell. Then I have here two Caran Luminance pencils in two very fun shades. You have here now a skin tone set of Winsor Newton permanent pigment markers, and you have here I guess the biggest splurge, which is the Promarkers from Winsor and Newton. So let's open them up and let's watch them, and then maybe later on I'll give a review. So I think let's start with these ones which I already swatched on the paper bag that it came in. So I'll be swatching on this sketchbook right here, which I got a few years ago, where I do some of my swatches. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to put these stickers. Oh, by the way, I know this is not part of the bag, but recently I just bought this journal from Limelight. Limelight? Am I not mistaken? Limelight, yeah, Limelight. Which is a paper company here in the Philippines, and they created these journals of four elements: fire, water, earth, and water. And since I'm a Capricorn, water sign, what? A earth sign, so I decided to pick up the earth themed journal. And as you can see, it's just fun to write in, and I already inscripted and filled up some of the blanks. So there's that, and the stickers came with it, and I plan to use it as part of this. I'm gonna decorate this sketchbook with it. Basically, I'm sorry if I'm rambling on with things that you might not care about. I'm just here to share with you the haul. You didn't need to know that. Anyway, let me just fix this. So yeah, these are the figure drawings that I got started last night, which prompted the buy for the small figure thingy. So here are the four recent items that I have here, and I'm gonna write a label using my Micron. So you have here, or let's just get into swatching. I'll just label it on my free time. Okay, so you have here the first color, which is Cobalt Green. I swore I dropped or like switched out the color because I was supposed to get the malachite color, but I got this one instead of that one. So not the first choice, but it's still nice. I mean, it's a Caran Luminance. Like the quality is both an in between of waxy polychromos with the pigment flow, and still you have the control and stiffness similar to the no I'm sorry the color flow and smoothness of Prismacolor, and the um stiffness and hard point that you can get some details similar to that of the polychromos. Next color that we have here, which is, oh god, this is kind of difficult to read. It's a violet color. Yeah, that's what sometimes Caran Dash with their namings, I swear. But it's a purple violet color. And yeah, it's gorgeous, it's fun. Imagine if this was lighter and a bit more teal blue. That would have been great. I think I might go back to Art Bar tomorrow and pick up those that color just to round out this trio that I have that I just got. Then there's this Faber-Castell Pitt pen in a metallic blue color. I'm sorry if I'm not reading what exactly this is, but basically it's a marker that's it's just gorgeous, guys. I don't know if you could see on the camera how gorgeously shiny and reflective this is. Yeah, it's it's gorgeous. I swear, like it's not being projected in the camera, but I swear this is so beautiful. You have to be cautious though, because if it's still wet and you touched it, there's a high chance that you might get some on your fingertips. Yeah. Okay, and then the last of the four items that I got is this Pitt pen, which is a SC, which is a soft chisel. Let chisel. Sorry, I'm Filipino with my accent. So it's basically a chisel tip. As you could see here, the angle of it is pretty thin, and it'll allow me to make more expressive marks that are thick at the same time. I think I can still do details with this one. I don't know, I'm not sure now. But it is what it is, and I think I'd still find use for this pen for my line art and line work. So yeah, this is the one. Now it's kind of disappointing because, like, oh wait, I've spent all this money on things that I'm not sure of. But this is one thing that I'm sure of, which is the Winsor Newton pigment markers, skin tones, which was on almost 50% off, 40% off if I'm not mistaken. The original price is 1,125 pesos. So with the discount, it brings it down to around 580 pesos if I'm not mistaken. It comes in such a beautiful casing, but I don't know how to remove this sleeve. Like, I'm finding it difficult to slide it off. So let me come back. And when I got this opened, so I just got tired and I just got to do it. Oh god, I'm so sorry for touching things. Oh, but I don't know if I destroyed it. Now I'm anxious about it. So, oh god. And we're there. We got it. Yay. What? I just need to put it. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. Okay, so that was a struggle and a half, but here now are the pigment markers from Winsor and Newton, the skin tone set, and guys, I can't open it. Let me pause and figure this out. I figured it out. This one was the one that's keeping it closed tight. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still alive at this point with all my stupid choices. Like, I'm sorry for the self-deprecation. Anyway, they come in such a nice case, actually. Like, can we just, even if it was difficult to open, it's still a beautiful case. But what's important now are the markers. So you have the following pigment markers. You have here Portrait Pink, Rose Portrait Rosa Retrato 117. You have here now the light sienna. You have here parchment. Then you have here burnt umber light, then burnt umber, and a colorless blender. Which, oh, by the way, these pigment markers comes double-sided, which you have here now a chisel nib, which you use for broad strokes. Then you have here now a tiny bullet nib, which is great for having your details. So yeah, let's give it a whirl. It's my first time to use these markers actually, and minimal bleed through, and the smell. Surprisingly, it doesn't smell much of alcohol, which is great. Interesting. So you have here first tone, which is burnt umber. Oh wow, I'm low-key all over the place right now, which it is what it is. You have here now the next, which is light sienna. Sienna is such a beautiful word, and a name that I would consider naming my kid Sienna. Or if you're Filipino, we're gonna go, oh, Sienna. See, Sienna to Sienna. That's how we roll sometimes. The portrait pink, which I think this is supposed to be at the bottom of the line, but its pinky tone makes me want to place it here on the lineup. The only time I got to experience using markers was actually through using the Ohuhu markers, and the chisel nibs on those were not the best, but I like using the chisel nib on these ones, with these ones. This is burnt umber. So at least you can see that there's variety for this one. You can get light skin tones and dark skin tones if you draw more in a stylistic animated style. Last one is parchment, but I think you'll hit a brick wall with just this set alone if you would want to draw people with deeper skin tones. Unfortunately, that's what's lacking in this color range. So if you could see, the darkest that you can is just probably just using these two colors, and then you can't even go lighter, which is also unfortunate. So it just limits your selection of skin tones which you are able to draw. I think it would be difficult to get a realistic portrait if you want to layer a lot of colors. But remember, these markers are pigment markers, so there's highlight fastness with these ones. And I think one technique for you to get the deeper tones is if you layer a color several times. So yeah, I like this, and I think yeah, I'll get to use them more and get to know them more in the coming days. All right, so the next one are these. Since we're talking about portraits, here is the Crayola Colors of the World colored pencils, which I have to be honest, I already swatched this a while ago as well. So basically, the only ones I haven't swatched are the two markers. So yeah, here are the colored pencils from the set. I'm gonna arrange this in a certain range that makes sense, and I'll go into quick swatching when I'm ready. I forgot to press record. This is the box that it came with, right? And yes, I'm an infant. Am I the only one who's seeing this? Alright, so these are now the Crayola Colors of the World pencils. Right at ya. Here you go. Here's the range. As you can see, if I move the camera closer, I think you can see those alabaster and porcelain colors now. All right, so let me pack this up back in its box, and then we'll get to swatching the next item and the last item from this haul. The last item on this haul are these Promarkers. So I bought here set number 2, which contains more yellows and greens, which is more reminiscent, I think, of a classical colored palette rather than a manga inspired color palette. So let's get these open. they open more easy compared to these ones, pigment markers. So hooray for that. So these pro markers, they have here now a bullet nib and a chisel nib, which is, going to be a bit of a learning curve if you're not used to using these ones and you're more used to using brush tips. But I think it's just preference, because Winsor and Newton also came out with their brush markers, which is similar to the pro markers, but just the nibs are different. By the way, pro markers I think aren't refillable as compared to Copics. Right now, I think it's only Copic that's refillable, and the pro markers are yet to do so. Yeah, so let me get these out of the package, and we'll get into swatching. This is what happened after I was done filming, and my setup, not the best setup actually. Like, everything is everywhere, but at least, here's my room, by the way. So yeah, we're close. So thank you for watching this mess of a haul, and hopefully, I get to share more of my art and what I think about these supplies during the next video. So enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Stay safe and peace.